had us out last year around this time, and they asked us to come back out and kind of let the kids go out on their first loop and stuff. So I went out
That's
there and
awesome.
got sleeted on, got hailed on, had about a 25-30 minute delay because it started to thunder and lightning. So that was interesting. And then,
Wow.
but it felt good to swing on grass. So, I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah, seriously. After all the simulator stuff, DGC is not a bad start.
Oh, no, I'll take it. And like, I literally was shocked because it downpoured before we teed off.
Yeah.
The greens were like lightning fast. Like, I had one, I had a downhill putt, and I'll be able to post a video about it later because I was recording while I was playing. And like, I tap it, and it just goes, and it just takes off. And I'm just like, dude, this is unreal. But it was also really cool to see all the renovations they did too. So
Yeah.
like, this Rocket Mortgage Classic or the Rocket Classic, I should say, it might be challenging because like they definitely added a lot of bunkers. That's for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
It
And,
I
like,
needs
saw
it,
they were
though.
doing
I
some.
think that would be good for it.
oh yeah, like they dug a lot of them down, like straight up like Pinehurst style Donna Ross bunkers.
Yeah, that sounds. And they need something out there besides the long rough because it's just
Yeah.
short where they can get to it, and there's not a lot of. I guess I don't know how well placed they are. Like, did you notice certain holes where
They're going to be in the landing zones. There's
Okay.
going to be they're going to be either needing to think about, I need to blast it through it, or
Yeah.
there might be a couple guys that are laying up on some of the holes. Cause like, I didn't want to like record any of it just because, I didn't want to post anything and like have them get a little bit out of shape. So like just being able to see it for myself, I was like, all right. I'm like, cause like I went to a couple of the events that were there and, like it was like a normal golf course, but these are like Pinehurst style bunkers now, and I'm like,
wow.
all right. I'm like, I'll take that, but because we were just out on the we did the south course because like the majority of the north course is what they use for the tournament and stuff, but it's looking good though. They like really changed, like they tore some stuff out and like it'll be interesting. I'm unfortunately not going to be able to go there this year, but I'll watch on TV for sure.
Well, the benefit of this, tying it back to why we're here on this live stream, is that we always send the winner of the youth division for the stroke play to the I can't even think of the name, the Rocket Classic.
Yeah.
I was going to say the Detroit Youth Classic, but so that's been awesome to have those guys sponsor. And they're just so great with the community with all the different events that they do. So yeah, it's been great to have them demanding it to be in the city because obviously there's courses outside of the city of Detroit.
Right.
Could have been good for it, but
right. No, and I like
the city.
Yeah, and then plus like having Joe Hooks get a exemption to go play in it too, being a Detroit native and stuff, it'll be good to see him back out there and stuff because I know we played last year by winning the John Shipman and stuff, but it's kind of cool that he was able to get a exemption into the event again this year.
Yeah, that was an awesome announcement. I hope they keep going because I assume they have a few more spots they haven't announced that they'll start to phase in to hype it up.
Yeah, 100%. Because like obviously they'll have the John Shipman again, and then any other exemptions that might get granted. Because I know they had forgot if it was last year or 2 years ago. Yeah, I think it was 2 years ago when that Russell kid or whatnot who was like 15 at the time.
Miles Russell.
Yeah. Oh, we followed him around a little bit because, like, him being a lefty and stuff, and me being a lefty, and my buddy being a lefty, we're like, dude, let's watch this kid. And that kid can ball.
I bet. I mean, to be under that pressure at 15, that's nuts.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't imagine. I couldn't be out there. I mean, the one time I played, even when there was nobody in the stands out there, it was just like you were shaking in your shoes at every turn, just trying not to screw it up.
Oh, 100%.
I don't like the T-ball at the Youth Classic. There's a bunch of kids who are about to laugh at me as I hit it into the road. I can't imagine we also.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, that hole at Rouge is no joke. It's good that that's not the first tee anymore. Now that's 10 tee again. I mean, they've switched it every couple of years, so maybe they'll switch it again.
So that used to be because I only ever played Rouge Park. I played it just this past fall.
Yeah.
And the starting hole wasn't that road hole, but one of my buddies hooked it across the road, and I'm like, hey, you can climb the fence and go hit it back over. And he goes, dude, if we can find it, I'll do it. We wound up not seeing it bounce down the road, so he wasn't able to do it. But no, I was actually shocked at like how well kept like the course was and stuff because like we played it not like late into the season, but it was like in September, and like it was in immaculate shape. Like I was telling my buddy, I'm like, if you blindfolded me and just took me out to this course and put me on, like, because the first tee we started on was out like in the middle of the course. I'm like, I
Yeah.
would have never thought I was on the border of Detroit and Dearborn, dude. I'm like, I would have thought we were somewhere up in like not northern Michigan, but like where like kind of like the Shepherd, like Clarkson area or something like that. Because it was in great shape. Greens were rolling good, and I got some decent videos and stuff from up there too. And like with me, like as long as the greens are rolled and the ball goes end over end, I'm happy.
Yeah. And
That-
I always loved the layout there with the river going back and forth,
Yeah.
like you said. Like you just don't feel like you're in the middle of the city.
Right.
But then at the same time, the people that have taken it over under this most recent contract with the
True.
city, I think it's the last couple of years of
Yeah.
management, they've really done a great job.
Yeah, because I know I was talking to the dude who was there, and like he had just came over from Northville Hills, and then they just got this one of the supers from St. Clair Golf Club up in St. Clair, the private course, but also having the backing of Troon Golf too, because they like kind of dumped money into it too, and it was cool to see them like keep it a City of Detroit course and not try to like take it over and be like, oh, we're actually gonna like not have it be this anymore. Like I'm just happy to see how everything goes with like even like Rackham and like
Yeah, I was about to bring up Rackham. I played there the third time the other day for the year, and like the first time was 70 degrees at the beginning of
Yeah.
March or whatever it was, and you didn't expect much, and it was a little wet. But I mean, even then the greens were rolling, and so
Right.
progressively, like last week, I mean, felt like mid-season conditions. and all
Right,
that.
yeah, just because since it got nice enough where they were able to cut it and stuff, and like I know like McCarty's been talking to me, and he played there like 5 times already, and he was like, it's in really good shape.
Yeah, I
I've
saw
al-
nothing
I've
the first time I
always
was
thought-
there.
I've always thought Rackham has good greens, and
Yeah.
it's like the in between when you before getting to the green was the part that was the trouble for me. I'd really like to see them put money and get that big old clubhouse back into like having a bar or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
It's such a cool building.
Oh,
maybe
you could
down
do so
the
much
road
with it.
They do that. It could become a hot spot.
Oh, without a doubt, because I mean, again, like being able to play a public Donald Ross course and not have it cost you $100, like you can't beat it
Yeah.
and stuff. And like even like I think even peak rates is still under 80, I want to say for the most part. And like, yeah, it might get a little congested and stuff because like, everyone kind of goes there. But I mean, for the most part, if they can keep the fairways from not getting dried out and beat down, I mean, it's a course that I always recommend people to go to and stuff.
Yeah, I played there for $20 the other day, so that's not bad.
Yeah.
That during the week, I think, is the way to go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. Like, because like what comes in clutch is there's times when like I'll be out for work and like I'll be at job sites and then like we'll get done early and then it's like okay, I can go rip a quick 9 and stuff and just get it for like $20 in a cart. I mean, okay, sign me up for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's awesome that the city of Detroit still has these courses. Like you said, even though the Rackham is, in Huntington Woods or whatever by the zoo, we'll still count it. And Chandler's decent too. It's not as special to me in terms of layout as Rouge.
Right, yeah, because I did drive by it coming back from Dearborn the other day, and like it was looking good. I was shocked because I've never played it before, but I mean, it was looking good. So I mean, I got to give that course a go, and then just get out and play because I've only ever played the front 9 at Rackham. I played Rackham twice and only got 9 holes in both times, and it was the same 9 both times. So I was like, dang, but it's a fun. I like it. I'm a sucker for Donald Ross course though, so like I love being able to get out there, and I know like with the easement that came through there, like it changed it a little bit, but I mean in the end it's still Donald, and I want to get out to Warren Valley as well because
Warren Valley's fantastic. There was like 18 was a little rough last year because they were still redoing it.
right.
But every other hole had already been, pretty much, saved and
Where's
greens
that
were in
at?
great shape.
Oh, it's in Dearborn.
Oh, Dearborn, yeah.
Because it was an abandoned golf course that was abandoned for years, and then a group came in. I know I follow them on Instagram. Like, I don't know all the people, but they have like an Instagram and like TikTok called like Golf Follies or Golf Folies, and like they renovated the course and stuff. So I'm gonna try to get out there
I think
see
they're
it
hiring
myself.
for a GM right now. A guy I work with now used to manage Lakes of Taylor.
Okay,
And he was saying they were talking to him about trying to take over Warren Valley. So sounds like they've done such a great job, and the clubhouse renovation they did there too. All their merch in the pro shop is awesome. We're actually hosting Golf Star Weekend there this year with some money matches. So yeah, I definitely want to get everybody out there to check it out because it was really good. They did a really nice job, and I heard they were going to develop. I don't know how many holes, but they have that whole other second course.
Yeah.
I heard that's coming soon too. So we'll see.
Because I know they were focusing mainly on the Ross stuff for like the last couple of years, and like I mean, if you have like the real estate, you might as well make a short course or do something just like so you could just get more foot traffic out. But the only downside is it is in a super bad floodplain. So like I wonder what it looks like after this weekend because like it has to be just swamped. But
Rouge is like that too. If the river gets too high, we've been
yeah.
there, and there's like dead fish out on the fairways. But
Yeah, I can see
there's
that.
not much you can do.
No, I mean it's just, I mean that's the thing. Most golf courses in Michigan are floodplains because they couldn't build houses there to begin with. So they're like, we might as well make this. But
plus,
We're doing
it makes
trash.
better for your irrigation bill too, I'm sure.
oh yeah, dude, if you're able to kind of like sneak out and not have to worry about water in it and all that kind of stuff, I mean, you can't beat it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, we got good intro going. We're definitely looking forward to playing Rouge for the Detroit Youth Classic here coming up June 13th and 14th, either the scramble, the 4-person scramble, or the stroke play 2-day championship, both for the adults and the kids. But that's actually why we're here. We're here to talk about the Masters, kicking off golf season here. Everyone really gets excited. Obviously, us diehards are, can never be stopped. We're doing it all winter with the simulator series. I know you doing it. We're out there hanging around too at 5-Iron. And 5-Iron will be sponsoring Range Night again, so we'll get Range Night downtown with the kids as well. So for all the new kids, first tee, whoever wants to just get some swings in and practice ahead of time, we'll be out there. That'll be on June 12th. But here what we're doing with is the Masters pool, something we've done the last few years where we do a 50-50 split because everyone wants to have some fun. And just in time, we have Luke Wharton joining the chat. Let me see if I can actually sneak him on.
Wow.
I know. This is as soon as
the
the betting
Canadian.
comes in.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Let me get you on the screen, too. That'll be helpful. Here we go.
Look at this. He's
We're
got
new
it
at
dialed
this.
this stream, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we're a little bit better than the March Madness.
Yeah,
stream.
sorry.
We figured out the software. You're good.
Wow.
Look at this guy.
There we go.
Lucky Luke, owner of the East Coast.
Wow.
Wow, what a screen name.
I think it's time for me to go.
You like that?
We have 2 East Coast and 2 West Coast guys now, so now it's balanced. That's good. Perfect timing. We're just getting into it. We were talking about Rouge Park and talking how excited we are to play over there. I know Luke's been over there a few times. Excited to have him back in June. But we're going to run through our Masters picks today. Everyone got theirs in so far, so that's good. And everybody else that hasn't, they still have plenty of time. That doesn't start till Thursday, so you got a couple more days left. It's just masters.detroit.golf. We'll put the link down below so you guys all have it. But why don't we just dive in? And I don't know who wants to go first. We'll do a little compare roster, and we'll just see who you guys picked.
I can go.
All right, let's start with Andrew. So obviously you guys, we talked about mine before, but let's go through yours. Let's take a look at the past champs.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's hard to not pick Scotty, right? He's I just saw he's going into the Masters for the 5th time in a row as the world's #1 golfer. So I'm sure there's longer lists, but he's the guy who's been hot for years. And he's already got the kid out of the way, so he's gonna be, ready to go. And I feel like it could be another big week for him. So as the past champion, that was one I had to lock in.
I like it. Good justification. All right, let's take a look at the next one here. You got United States. You're going Cam Young. Was that a Ryder Cup decision, or was that because of this year's win? Combination of both.
Really liked how he played at the Ryder Cup. That was a strong showing. You'll see that kind of throughout my list here. But yeah, and then following it up at the Players, right? That was a strong showing down the stretch. Just cool, calm, and collect every time. At the Ryder Cup, at the Players, him wanting to make sure that he hit the best drive of his life there on 18. He's a guy who just seems very level-headed, and I think in a course that can really kind of get to you, he's one who I think could stay cool and definitely has the skill set to it. We've heard about him for a long time, and I think this could be his coming out year, basically.
That's a good pick. I like that one. I got Scotty in there too. Go ahead.
I was listening to a podcast leading up to this, and they're saying Cam Young, he's jumped like 100 spots in strokes gained putting. I guess his new putter or his new caddy is like one of the best green readers.
Yeah, I heard he doesn't read putts anymore. I heard he just goes and stands there and gets the line and he just hits it.
Yeah, I mean,
isn't it his buddy from college?
Is it?
I think
it's college buddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but I just heard that and I was like, that's good for Augusta.
Yeah. Just be able to depend on him, not think about it too much.
Yep.
Yeah. Then I went with Hovland. Hovland's kind of in the same wavelength for me as Young. Again, you'll see it. Did well at the Ryder Cup. A guy who we've heard a lot about, but maybe hasn't necessarily always put it together. In my opinion, you could go Hovland, you could go Aubert. They're not the same golfer, but I went back and forth between the two of those young guns. I think you could get someone who is maybe on the younger side, someone who's maybe only played it a couple of times. So I'm a Hovland fan. I went with Hovland on this one. No backing in terms of stats or anything like that, just off feel.
Yeah, I'm a little. He put him in the kind of Colin Morikawa category now after that envelope match at the Ryder Cup. So I just don't know if I can trust him. He's a little more streaky than Oberg, so that's why I went with him instead of Hovland. But I love Hovland. I would love to see him do well out there.
That's kind of why I went with him though, because he is a little streaky. If he catches fire, that's a guy who I like to keep it going.
Yeah, totally. All right, let's look at your other one. First timer. That's an easy one. We were talking about that last time.
Yeah, I've been playing him a lot in the fantasy PGA Fantasy Tour that we have going as well. So he's a guy who I would have played a bunch more times if I had more uses. He's been playing well already to start this year. So not too many people that I recognize in that first time group. Outside of some of the amateurs, that's not really something I know a whole lot about. So I just picked a guy who I know who's been playing well so far.
Are you going to do the Will Bass move and go with Tiger Woods for your wild card?
No, in fact, I will tell you as you scroll down here to my wild card, I changed it about 20 minutes before this live stream.
Wow. Who was it before?
I had Fleetwood. Now Fleetwood, he got a sponsor, so he's not going to be just rocking all Masters and Augusta apparel. So that I was like, okay.
Kind of sick,
but also Robbie Mack, again, going back to the Ryder Cup, and then just had a good performance at the Valero. He's the guy who I've kind of been high on. I feel like he's another guy who's on the come up, someone who's kind of establishing himself. He's been known, I think, a lot more overseas and done some things over there. Not so much over here, but I like his game and how he's been playing so far. So I theme throughout this was just guys that have been playing hot.
Love it. Yeah,
And he's a lefty. Yeah,
Yep,
lefties at Augusta, right?
I got to get a lefty. Phil's not there.
Yeah, I was heartbroken that Phil dropped. I'm heartbroken that he dropped. This is the first Masters since 1994 that Phil or Tiger haven't played in, or the first time that they haven't been in. That's crazy.
Now the one that I thought about adding into this that I didn't, and Golf Digest did their top players at the Masters, was Jon Rahm. We'll see if any of you guys had Jon Rahm. Golf Digest put him as the number one player coming into the tournament, which I thought might have been a little bit now, I don't want to say egregious, but he hasn't really been. He's been playing well on Live, but is it going to translate? I didn't trust it enough.
All right, let's go and see what Mike picked.
All right,
Mr. Laritz.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's take a little peek here. We're gonna go right to the first one. Ooh, same as Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things you got to ride the hot horse sometimes, man. And sometimes he struggles on that Thursday, but most of the time he's been kicking it on for Friday and into moving day. So it's one of those things that with how the categories are, I mean, I feel like it's Scotty's due to kind of run it back.
I feel like everybody's going to have him in there.
He's either going to be in there as a past champion or maybe even the U.S. born one, because I was kind of fighting myself on where to put him, but I went with the past champion just because I feel like. And Rory's a great pick too, but I don't know if the Irishman has the mental game to go back to back.
Yeah, we picked this, and then we had the last podcast, and I think I might have talked myself out of it. So you could see my choice change there, because I said the exact same thing last week. Do you think he has it to be able to go through the whole Champions Dinner, be on Magnolia Lane the whole week, driving up and back, with your jacket?
Yeah, no, I think with Rory, I think he's just happy to now. Completed the Tiger Slam, got all the majors, and now, don't get me wrong, I mean, before he retires, I mean, we're definitely going to see him with another jacket, I have to assume, but I mean, I don't think it's happening this year.
Does he still have the back problem too, or is he past that?
don't know. I haven't heard
Yeah, I'm not
anything
sure.
recently.
Because he had that. He like wasn't that a thing at the players?
He was
going
a
into
similar
the
spot as
Players?
Morikawa. You were looking at Rory to be in trouble, and then it was Morikawa that dropped.
I know.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. All right, let's look at who you picked for the U.S. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, again, that's where with Xander, I mean, he's been in the mix for a majority of some of the bigger tournaments, and I feel like even with Xander, like I mean, he's had a couple like really top 10 finishes like at the Masters, so I feel like he could have the potential to be able to get over that hump finally and get his name etched in the clubhouse and get a nice little green jacket to wear for the next year. I could see Xander kind of coming out of the woodwork for that one.
He was Golf Digest number 2 player on their list of players at the Masters. So you got 2 and 3. Scotty was number 3.
Let's see if he picked Rahm. Nope, he didn't. He great choice. I got it.
Because that's the thing, man. Like, one, his Adidas fits are always on point at Augusta, so I'm like, I gotta have some style points with him in there. But he also, I mean, it was a bummer the year when he was playing really well and like just kind of, hit the wall and kind of fell apart. But I mean, he's another guy who's like, kind of like he's coming up, but like again hasn't like kind of crested the hill yet. But I feel like he has. I feel like he usually plays pretty well in Augusta. So thinking internationally, because again, like I was leaning towards him or Rahm, and I'm like, Rahm's been like Andrew said, he's been good on live, but he kind of seems to be struggling when he's on tour and stuff now. But maybe having them play 4 rounds now on live might get them kind of locked in too. But I think Ludwig might be able to get it done finally.
He correct me if I'm wrong, he's the one who fell apart though on like 13 and 14.
Yeah, he wound up kind of. Yeah, he kind of did the Amen Corner thing, like what happened to that asterisk girl that was playing in the Augusta Women's Amateur and stuff that wound up was leading wire to wire, hit one in the bunker on 12, and then bladed it into the water, and then she pretty much just fell apart after that, and then wound up going from leading by like 3 strokes to being like 4 strokes back.
So he's learned. He's hopefully learned from his mistakes.
Yeah.
All right, let's take another peek at the first timers. There you go. It must have been an easy choice. Okay.
It like that's the thing is like he's been playing out of his mind lately, and it's one of those things where like sometimes you can kind of like everything else, you're riding the wave, and I feel like Goddard up. I mean, I think he can throw. I think he can finish definitely in the top 10 for sure.
Yeah, I like that pick. I mean, he could sneak. You know what was another one we talked about? We were joking, I think, about JJ Spawn. Like last week, we were like, and I think everyone was writing him off. They were like, no chance. He had his time. Andrew, I think you said that, right? He already had his window. But now, does that start to come into play a little bit? Do you start to think about JJ now?
I think it should.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, and then the last one, the wild card. Ooh, this is a good one. Interesting. I was
I'm
not
going
expecting it.
dark horse. I'm
Yeah.
thinking, could be like one of those like. It's kind of like when you have an old playlist and you're just going through it, and then all of a sudden you hit a sneaky banger. I think he can kind of finish in there because he's had some good runs. I mean, he also choked as well, but to be able to, because shooting bad's one thing, but to be lead and then shoot bad, I mean, at least you had the lead at one point. So I don't know. He's been kind of on my radar lately, so I figured why not throw him in as a wild card and see if you could kind of sneak in there.
And that's one of those kind of like the March Madness tournament where you're looking to pick the upsets. You're looking to pick someone who a bunch of other people might not pick. So
exactly,
like pick Scotty. I think a lot of people are going to see pick Goddard up. I don't think many people are going to pick Bogo. So that could be a sneaky pick if he does well.
Right,
gain some points on the field.
Or he could shoot like 15 over both rounds. I don't know.
Good.
That's the fun thing about Augusta.
Yep.
Right. Oh, boy. All right. Well, fantastic. Those are some solid picks. We'll look forward to seeing that. And we'll take a look at Luke's next.
If I don't see a Canadian on this list, we're gonna have to take another look.
No Canadians.
No Canadians. Ooh, but he started off with the returning man. Wow.
Yeah. My roster is going to be a lot different than others. I think I went pretty heavy live. They're still good golfers.
With a villain.
I mean,
villain.
I guess Patrick Reed's not live anymore, but he's been pretty hot on the DP World Tour. What's he got? 1 or 2 wins. Then some other like top 10 finishes. So in his course history here, is just phenomenal. And he's got the win. And then I was looking at his last couple years. He's got a third, a 12th, and a fourth. So taking P.
Where did
Reed.
he go to college? Did he play college golf in the area? Am I crazy? Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
I don't know.
Let's see. I could tell you. He played at Georgia
Yeah, I thought
and
it was at
Augusta
least in the
State
neighborhood.
University.
Yeah, isn't that the course? Isn't that Augusta their course? No, am I crazy? No, maybe not.
I have no idea.
I thought I heard something about that one time that he like played there a bunch. Maybe it was when he first won. I heard that. Anyways,
I'm sure some people took him out.
yeah,
Some
right.
members, right?
Yeah, Condoleezza Rice.
Uh,
All right, that's a good one. United States. He brings out another live guy. All right.
Yeah, Bryson. I'm a big Bryson YouTube stan. You know, I love his content. He's a character, goofy guy. But I think he's a good golfer too. He's got 2 wins on live this year, and he's I think almost top 5 the last 2 years. Yeah, 6th and a 5th. So maybe he finally figures it out and gets it done. We'll see.
Beautiful.
I always go back to when he called it, like, what do you call it? A short course or an easy
oh,
course?
dude, he said it
Oh,
was
yeah.
a par 64 or something like that, and then proceeded to just blow up. And then that's like, I was a Bryson hater for a minute, and then like when he kind of started to not look like a complete like douche, and like started to do like YouTube stuff, and I'm like, okay, he's not annoying or like any of that stuff. Like I'm like, okay, I kind of dig him, and like that's a great pick. But yeah, when he was saying that Augusta National was like a par 64, and then like proceeded to shoot like I don't know like 10 over, I was like, that's karma right there, dude. I'm like
He's
that's
in the
karma.
woods.
Yeah.
That's when he was in like his villain oak. I think he's moved
Yeah.
off that now that he's doing.
When him and
YouTube
Brooks were
golf
beefing.
and-
Oh my god, I was still like love the memes that come up of like when they're at the U.S. Open and it's like Brooks doing the interview and then you could hear Bryson walking with the metal spikes and then he just goes, ugh. That meme just lives in my head.
Yeah,
But I
they've
mean-
kind of flip flopped in terms of popularity because now you got Brooks on like the I had the baby. I'm not playing good golf. I'm mad on the course all the time.
Yeah.
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 All right, let's see. Next one, we got the international. I kind of previewed that. You have the number 1 guy according to Andrew's Golf Digest ranking.
Yep.
Yeah. He's like number 1 in adjusted strokes gained this year. Finally got the live win, so that's off his back. And he's been playing well. So, obviously he's got the win here, so he's got the course history. I think he plays well.
Is Terrell Hatton?
And so do the touts out there. So Terrell Hatton, I think he's in it, right?
He made it.
Yeah.
Those two are like linked together now for me. Now that they're on the same live team and they're just like side by side after that live Michigan thing. And I just remember Hatton just cursing up a storm off those tee boxes. So I was hoping to see some of that here.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. I wonder if because he finished like 2nd or 3rd in the U.S. Open. Is that how he qualified? I'm
Oh,
not
that
sure.
might be
Maybe World Golf Ranking. Not sure.
Hatton is playing. He's on Golf Digest 37th best player.
Maybe I'll take Hatton. That could be my dark horse.
He
My
finished
wild card. That would be a good wild card.
T14 at the 2025 Masters. And before that, he finished 9th. So
The only problem is it's not a team game. I almost like Hatton better at the Ryder Cup or on live because he's got someone else in his ear to like calm him down.
Yeah, because sometimes when you're in your own head, man, you can implode real quick.
Yeah, especially you got all that creek and like a couple bad hops, even though you're hitting good swings, and there you go.
Or like, you just get a bad lie in the pine straw and stuff and get a flyer out and then it's just into the crowd or into the patrons, I should say.
Right.
Luke's got 3 guys who are semi hotheads in Reed, DeChambeau, and Rahm. So we'll see.
Let's see if he keeps the trend going here. Jacob Bridgman, the first guy to not pick Goddard. Wow.
Yeah, I mean he's got to win. Bridgman's got to win on tour this year too. He's been playing well as of late. But I think he had a pretty good like fall season last year. So yeah, I'm just going with the trend. I think coming in with good form is always needed at Augusta. So trying to get different, get some leverage on the pool is how I like to roll.
Yeah, just a quick thing I see here on Bridgman. He's second in the tour in strokes gained this season, and he's also first in tour in strokes gained putting and putting. So that's a big one. Couple of key stats there if you're looking for someone who's been playing well.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but he's had some solid finishes like in his past couple starts. So
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And then the wild card for Lucky Luke. Ooh, there we go. Good pick.
Yeah. I had to throw in Lud. I think he finally gets it done. Hopefully, I guess hopefully any one of these guys wins. But yeah, he's got the second and the seventh. It seems like every other major, he doesn't really perform to his potential, but the Masters, he just has an eye for the course. So I like it.
Luke's been having some good picks in the other fantasy that we have going this year. Staying up towards the top, been towards the top all year. So
bad week
if
last
guy
week.
trusts
But
to make some good picks this week. It's probably Luke.
Yeah.
I listened to too much golf betting podcast content. So I've already bet Patrick Reed top 20. That's my lock of the week.
Okay.
Plus 126 over at DraftKings.
Hey.
Bet that today. So there you go. There's a little shout out for the big guy.
Beautiful. Yeah. What else? What other storylines are you guys looking forward to? Like Tiger's obviously out, I think, right? Like we can rule him out for sure now. Yeah.
I don't know. Unless he can get a weekend pass from the center that he's at.
Yeah, right.
I mean, he just needs at least 2 days. He just needs Thursday and Friday.
Yeah. Right.
You guys, I always like watching the AMs. You guys, I haven't really looked into any of them, but I just remember that the Spanish AM last year pissing in Rays Creek. Was
Yeah.
like the top
Was
story.
it
That was hilarious.
He's the one who went to live, right? Bass
Did
Arrows
he?
or
Yeah,
whatever?
he probably
Yeah.
joined the Fireballs.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
he was on Sergio's team.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. That was hilarious. Because
That's
I
the
remember
last
watching
time-
the coverage and I was like, dude, that dude's pissing in the creek.
Yeah. Apparently there's a bathroom like 10 yards from him, but they're just like so hidden at Augusta
Yeah.
so that the live
Hey.
feed doesn't pick it up. But yeah, that was great. I don't know if we'll see that this year, but
Yeah, probably not. We'll be
That was the
selling out
last time Hovland did well at the Masters, right? When he was an amateur, that was probably his best finish. I can't remember him finishing better than he did when he was the AM when he was playing.
I thought he was playing good last year, and then I thought he blew up on like one of the, like where he was like kind of up in the top, and then like on like Saturday he just like threw it away or something like that. I couldn't remember.
yeah, I see it 21st last year.
because I think he
7th
was,
and 23. So
he
that's
was
pretty
low
good.
AM in 19, right? Wasn't he when they were Tiger when Tiger won in Butler Cabin?
No, I thought Shipley was.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
Was
It
was Shipley in 19?
Shipley played with Tiger.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if that was when he. I think that's what it was. I think he just played
I
with
think he
Tiger.
played
I
with
don't think it
Tiger.
was-
I think it was Hovland when Tiger won in 19. I think Hovland was low AM.
I think it was. Let's see.
I've watched that broadcast on YouTube a couple times. I remember falling asleep and seeing Hovland in the interview.
Yeah, so in 19 it was Hovland. And then 24 it was Shipley.
Yeah,
Yeah, Shipley's been a good player, too. Did he qualify?
The low AM in 16.
um,
Cantlay, nobody's picked Cantlay. He was the low AM in 12. A former champion, Matsuyama, was the low AM in 2011.
Wow.
So those guys play well and become the low AM, and then I mean, there's a long list of people who
because I
you know,
know
haven't, but-
Shipley won twice this year. So or like I know he just won. Thought he
Did
just
he get his
won.
card? I think he's been like jumping back between.
Yeah, he's
PGA
been on
and
the
Korn
he's
Ferry,
been on the
right?
Corn Ferry. I'm not sure if he's in for the Masters though, because I know he was in it last time because of because I don't did he play in 2025?
Do you get a low AM qual? Like if you're low AM one year, do you get in the next year?
Well, I don't. If he went pro, he probably gave it up, right?
Right. Yeah.
So he may have qualified, but then gave it up to get his status on tour.
Yeah, he could have because I know if you play in like the US Mid Am or the US Amateur and you win those, you get exemption into the Masters and the US Open. But I don't think he has PGA Tour status or enough points to be in the field for the Masters right now?
Couple of guys that I am interested to see are people who have come back from injury, right? Justin Thomas had the back injury, played well at the Players. And then Morikawa, I don't know if Morikawa is going to play with his back injury, but it would be
Yeah.
interesting to see how those two guys do. Homa was kind of off the map because he was playing so bad, but he seems to maybe have kind of figured it out. So there's some big names here who I think, could potentially make a splash who have been either injured or, just not playing well. Those are crowd favorites too. If
Yeah.
those guys start to go low, you could
Yeah.
see a big push from the crowd with those guys as well as Brooks, coming back on tour, seeing what he could do. That could be another guy who could get a big following behind him.
Yeah, because it'd be cool to see Morikawa play like well and even make a run for it. Because I was bummed out when he had to withdraw from the Players. But even like, I mean, Akshay has been playing pretty good too. So it'd be kind of cool to see him play well and like get a top 10 finish of something. But I mean, that's the thing with the Masters is like, I just want it to be. I was talking with someone today when we were playing golf, and like I just want it to be like close. I either want everyone to shoot like really low and it's close, or like everyone shoot a little high and it's close. Like I don't want someone to just run away with it by like Saturday, where it's like, okay, I'm not even gonna like bother to watch Sunday because like I like being able to watch aim in corner and be like, all right, who's gonna blow it, who's gonna choke, like because I remember like when Matsuyama won, like he put himself into some spots where I'm like, this could easily fall apart. And like even like when Tiger won and I forgot I can't remember who he was playing against, but they
Molinari went in the water, Brooks went in the water, and Finau went in the water.
Yep. And like that's like I'm like, dude, this is what I live for. I'm like, I love this right now.
Finau was up top at the Valero at the start of last week. It'd be interesting to see how he translates that over to the game. People would have a field day if Batia won in his putting stroke. About is it
anchored or is it not? You know what?
Screw
it. Let them anchor those broomsticks again. I miss being able to anchor those things because like back in high school, I made a broomstick out of my like tailor-made spider I had, and I was rolling that rock. I anchored it to my chest, and it was glorious. And then when they started to make the rule against it, I'm like, all right, back to the normal like butter. I'm like, there's no need to do this now, but
no.
But it was, I mean, some of the pictures, I was like, I don't know. That looks like it's in your sternum.
Is Adam Scott still doing it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's playing well.
Who finished runner-up last year? Rose, right?
Oh, yeah. He was close.
Been a guy who's stayed in the mix even at a kind of later in his career, but that's a guy who's, I mean, we're just throwing out dark horses at this point. I don't even know if I would consider him a dark horse, but he's been playing some good golf.
He's a good bet for a first round leader. I don't know why, but he's always like at the top of the leaderboard after the first round. You probably, I think I heard it somewhere, but probably look it up and it's like more times than you think.
He got that TGL championship too. Watch out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's riding the high.
All right, here's a question for everybody: does Dustin Johnson make the cut?
Definitely not.
I don't know, man. He's been riding the struggle bus. Like, I mean, yeah, he's married to Paulina and stuff, but like the golf game, like, it's been not really existent.
Well, fair enough. At least he gets the invite back. That's good for him.
I mean,
here's Johnson's last. We'll go last 12. Okay. Major finishes. You got 23rd at the Open last year. Cut. 31st at the Open in 24. Cut. 43rd at PGA. Cut from Masters. He hasn't made the cut in the Masters since 2023.
That's a guy who, when his live contract's up, I think is just going to ride it off into the sunset. And go.
I mean, you have to have stupid
money.
Yeah, because that's the thing is like a lot of people were like, oh, why these guys even go to live? I'm like, because they're just thrown like 7 Brinks trucks backed up to their driveway and just dumped a boatload of money on their driveway, and they're like, okay, I'll do that. Because I'm like, these guys, like don't want to be on the grind and they just want to be with their families and stuff. And it's like, why not take the pay? And then like even like some of like like the what would have been like the PGA Tour rookies like James Piat, like when he jumped like to live, I'm like, I would have done it too because I'm like, you're guaranteed like I think he had like $1 million signing bonus, and even if you come in last place in the live event, you're walking away with 50 bands. So I'm like, that's a no-brainer because I'm like, you can live off that, and then if you can finagle your way back into the tour, then you at least have like a nest egg where you're like, all right, I'm not like eating ramen and just grinding it out on like the mini tours to then try to get into the tour and stuff. And it's just, I'd like to see him make it back into the tour and like start playing well. But I mean, it's one of those
Yeah,
things.
last I saw, his live deal was done, and he was playing overseas. So
Yeah.
it's interesting to see now that Liv's been around enough, who's off the tour, who maybe you
Yeah,
kind of
'cause I-
forgot about maybe
Because I want to say he got relegated and stuff while he was like on tour, and like I think now he's playing in like DP, trying to like get the status like back and see if he gets let back in. Because I know they have like the weird like fines that you have to pay and all that kind of stuff, and I don't think he has the kind of money to pay those fines. But I guess we'll see what happens. Or I mean, if you just kind of grind out on the DP tour, I mean, you might as well like if you could sneak in some wins over there, like you could still take home some good money. But
Yeah.
Do you guys have any feeling on Min Woo Lee? Chef Woozy?
I mean,
I wanted to pick him, but just not enough roster spots. I like him though.
I
been
do
playing
like
well
the
this year.
chef. I do like the chef. That would be someone I'd like to see like finish up in the top like 15, or even if they could grace the number 1 spot, that'd be kind of cool because he's a cool dude. I like him.
Yeah, good for the game for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
it would be really nice to see it. It's got to be so hard, especially when you're, I mean, what major has he competed in at that level, right? Like, and had that much pressure. So it'd be one of those things where you just hope he like hangs around. Because if he takes an early lead in any of these rounds, like, do you really think he can go wire to wire?
Right. Because I feel like he's the golfer that needs to slowly start climbing the leaderboard as it goes on. I feel like if he gets in the top slot, I feel like he's not one who can ride in the sunset and like close it out. I feel like he's a guy who it gets to him and stuff, and then that's where he starts to kind of make some mistakes here and there.
I know we got a Cold War going on with China right now, but I might take Hao Tong Lee. This guy has been sneaky good too. This could be fun to watch. The little WeChat hat walking around Augusta. That could be
Oh
fun.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think I might revise my Rory pick because I think after we talk about it, I don't know if he can really hold that much pressure all week. It's going to be just enjoying his dinner too much.
There's a lot of pressure that comes with being the past champion in terms of hosting the dinner. You've done all the interviews. You've done all this for the past year. Being the face of the Masters basically, and to have to go out and do it again. I don't know. I don't know when the last repeat winner was, but I don't know. It's a lot of pressure.
It was Tiger. I just looked it up.
Yeah, when was that?
0102. 0102. 25 years ago.
25 years ago.
24. Yeah.
Light work.
It's only 3 people to ever go back to back, which I guess Rory's up with in the talks with these guys now. Jack.
Who were they?
Jack Nicklaus, Tiger, and Nick Faldo.
Faldo. Yeah.
Faldo. Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because Faldo won
Rory
when
could do it.
our guy, the Shark, Norman, couldn't win, right? Wasn't that one of the Faldo victories over Norman?
Now that you
Oh,
mention, I think it
his
was.
collapse.
Yeah.
Yep.
VJ hasn't won in 25 years, but now he's back on the PGA Tour, so maybe he can make a splash with a little more practice going ahead of him.
Oh yeah. Then if he wins, I could sell this golf bag back here for way more money because VJ's on that boy. Along with him and Phil Mickelson and stuff.
Big VJ guy.
Hey, I got that autograph bag for $80.
Wow. Not
There's
bad.
Phil Mickelson on it, VJ Singh, Davis Love III, a bunch of dudes.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll take
Yeah,
that all
that's a
day
good
long.
deal.
$80
Some
for
good
all time.
names.
Yeah,
It costs like $200 for a new bag.
that's what I'm
$80
saying. This
for
is
that
a
bag.
Max
That's
Fly
pretty
staff
good.
bag. I'll take that all day long.
You gonna throw your clubs in there? And
Yeah, there's one club in there right now, just sitting in there.
beautiful.
Billy, how about your boy Angel Cabrera?
That's
He
what
gonna
I
make the
picked
cut?
last year. I thought he was going to be
I
just.
picked him last year too.
Yeah, I was excited about it. Maybe I'll throw a couple bucks on him. I think he was 11 over last year, so hopefully he can
Well-
find even par for a couple days.
Because I thought
Wasn't
he was
he
going
like
to come out of
straight out of
prison.
jail last
Yeah.
year?
Literally
Yeah.
straight
Yeah,
out
he's
of
in
jail
time
right to
to
Augusta.
stretch now. Loosen
that's
up a
right.
bit. Get
Well,
some
I heard there was
sleep.
rumors last year that he had a simulator in his jail cell. I thought that was part of it.
Okay.
He had like a Pablo Escobar
Oh,
style
that he did.
setup.
The one
Nice.
thing that's never happened that we didn't talk about was the winning the par 3 and then winning the Masters. It's never happened where a person wins that. I know a lot of people get DQ'd or whatever because they let their kids putt, and I think it's a fun event. I wonder if we'll ever see somebody win that and then win the Masters.
Yeah, all I saw about the par 3 was that Tommy Fleetwood's kid's excited.
I wonder
Yeah,
if Scotty's kid is going to play. So I think
Bennett?
I saw Scotty's playing in it. Yeah.
Yes, and then there was the one year one of the grandkids made a hole in one.
Yeah, it was Jack Nicklaus's
Yeah.
grandson, hole in one, just put it on a string and just right back into the hole. And I'm like, that has to just be an unreal moment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a fun
Yeah,
event to watch. Get your feet wet. Get ready for the week.
Oh yeah.
That's why they do it, but something fun to whet the appetite.
Yeah, definitely a bucket list trip to get down there and obviously play Augusta National. I mean, if you could play the par 3 as well, it'd be fun. So whoever wants to hook that up for us, we'll do whatever it
Hey,
takes.
just got to slide in all the past Master Champions DMs. Just be like, hey, I know you get a round before. Can I be that round? I'll give you my
Let-
whole bank
Just
account.
offer Tiger a ride to the course next year. Maybe you can go with them.
Be like, I'll drive.
Yeah, beautiful. Anybody else got anything they're looking forward to this Masters, or any other insights about their pool picks they want to share with the community before we log off here?
I'm
No.
always interested to see what kind of changes they make around the course. I don't know specifically what changes they made this year, but they always seem to be changing the bunkers, changing the fairways slightly. I believe they've added some length to some of those holes leading into Amen Corner. So we'll see kind of how they play it this year. They gotta evolve. It's harder with that being such a course that people know a lot. It's hard to make a bunch of changes to it and have those kind of be accepted, but they're always tinkering with it. So I'm sure we'll hear about it more on the broadcast about what they've changed, but it's always something cool to see how they've changed it over the year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to just staring at my TV for the next few days and doing nothing else. So maybe my taxes would be a good thing to do while we're watching.
Oh, I gotta do that too, man.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That time of
Yeah,
year.
Because then the other thing too is to kind of see, because I kind of forgot that last summer that storm ripped through Georgia and stuff and damaged a bunch, got a bunch of trees pulled up and stuff. So it'll be kind of interesting to see, like Andrew was saying, the different layout and stuff like that. But it's just the best time of the year, man. It starts getting warm here in Michigan where we're able to start getting out and stuff more. So it's just the precursor to the golf season. It's just one of those things, be interesting to see this played later in the year, but also to have an event like this in the beginning. And it's just,
They had it in November during COVID.
oh yeah, you're right.
That was
I forgot
Dustin
about
Johnson's win, right? That's what I was going to bring up a few minutes ago. That he won 2020, didn't he?
Yep.
It was
That
all
is.
brown.
Yeah, and there was
Yeah.
the famous hand behind the tree behind Tiger.
Oh
There was
yeah.
the guy that you
Yeah.
couldn't see, but there was
Vern Lundquist.
that. Yeah,
Yep.
that
Yeah.
was funny.
What a guy. Well, beautiful. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining.
I know.
Appreciate these members of the Elite Golf Club coming together. Masters.Detroit.golf is where you guys can join this 50-50 bracket, pool, whatever you want to call it. All the proceeds go to the winner, and then the other half go to, obviously, the Detroit Youth Classic 6th annual. It's going to be 13th and 14th of June at Rouge Park. As we talked about, amazing course, looking good already, and it's just April. So very excited to get out there. And we'll see you guys soon. We'll talk a little bit more this week, and we'll see you all at the first event in Detroit, the Spring Scramble, coming up on May 2nd. We'll see you out there.
That was
See you
good.
guys.
True.